Guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond, and update 2 of my roulette pan collab for round 7. So I would probably, before I get into anything else, I just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who have not seen what I spent my budget on last month, I decided to purchase a more accurate scale for my panning project. So it's just a little one here. That's terrible reflection. Because of the inaccuracy of my kitchen scales, where products were just constantly going between, say, 5 and 6 grams, I just couldn't get it any more accurate than that. So this goes to 0.01 of a gram in accuracy. So that I was really looking forward to using that. So what I've done is I've taken the weight on my old scales and just to see if there was any difference, and then I've taken the weight of the products on the new scales, and then from here on out I'll just be going off the new weight with the new scales. So I am rolling out 3 products this month. So what I'm going to do first is just go through the products that I'm keeping in, and they are because they, right from the start, I had set goals, which pretty much means they're going to stay in for the whole 4 months of the project. So right, so I'm just scrolling through. I've got my spreadsheet here with all the weights and everything on there. So right, okay, so the first one is prompt 72, a color you're always drawn to but rarely wear. So for that I had chosen my MAC bullet lipstick in chili. So I have only actually worn that, so the goal was to use at least once a week, but I only managed 3 times in the last month. So fell slightly short of the target. Now the original starting weight was 20 grams. The first weigh-in was 20 grams. Then this weigh-in, it's still 20 grams. So, but on the new scales, it comes up as 20.25. So we'll see next time whether or not there is, now that I've got that accuracy in there, whether or not it actually goes down at all. And I think the other thing that I have taken from doing this project, so I feel like I've got a hair hanging on me loose, is why people actually roll the products up and mark them on paper, so you can get more of a visual progress, even if it's not showing up on the scales. But hopefully, like I said, now that I've got more accurate scales, we will see a weight difference if I can try and get this on a little bit more. My lips, I don't know why, they're still struggling to heal. So they're getting there, they're almost there, but I spent 3 days outside in the sun, absolutely slathered on with sunscreen, and by day 3, even though I was trying to keep up my water, because it's still quite hot in Australia where I am, so but I ended up, like, I smiled and my lips split right there. So back to trying to get them to heal again. So anyway, so we'll see where we go with that one. So that's the first one that I'm keeping in. The next one was prompt 82, an item that makes you feel nostalgic, fond memories, or something from your past. And for that, I had my Urban Decay Naked Palette in the original. So I managed to get that. So 5, 8, 11, 14, 15. So I used that 17 times. And the goal for that is to use it at least one shade every time I do my makeup, which I have done. So it goes to show that I didn't, on average, I only sort of just got in half the month, or just over half a month with doing my makeup. So again, no weight change. It was originally 158 and I went down to 157 on my last weigh-in. It's still at 157. So and that's actually the eyeshadow I've got on today. I just thought I'd go for sort of a soft smoky sort of glam look, because I really wanted to use the MAC Chili bullet lipstick, which is what I've got on as well, and it just seems to go really nicely together. So on the new scales, this is weighing in at 157.5 grams. So I think the first change in weight was just because of the inaccuracy of the first scales. And main shade I've been using in this one is this one here, more to set my lid, and I've also used it to blend sort of darker shadows out up in towards the brow bone, but I'm not overly confident I'm going to see much of a weight change, if any, with the next one, but I will continue to chip away at that one. And then the final product that's staying in, unfortunately for my poor lips, is Prompt 93, something yellow, packaging or product. I had the Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick in bronze blood. I managed to use that 6 times, so I did hit goal this month, but I have literally had no weight change in this since the start of the project, and on the new scales it's been staying at 30 grams, and it's at 30.08 grams for this weigh-in. So that's that one there. So that covers the 3 that are staying in. Now the 3 that I'm rolling out, I could have actually rolled out all 3 of them last month, but I just wanted to have a little bit more time with them because I didn't feel that my goals were sort of pushing me very hard, and that's because this is the first time I've done a project pan like properly. So I just find these ones. So the first one was the Neon Cosmetics Satin Eye Pencil in charcoal. Again, another product that you can, like, unfortunately I don't have photos of where I started with it. I haven't marked it down, but yeah, this would have been a really perfect product to mark down on a piece of paper because I have really used a whole heap of this one up. Unfortunately, scales, I started with 5 grams, and the goal was to use 1 gram of product, being 20% of the weight. Now the first weigh in, it was down to 3 grams, and so I already doubled the goal on that one. So I've managed to use it another 14 times, but the weight has not changed. So but I've decided, I've given it a fair go, I'm rolling it out of the project, but I will actually leave it on my vanity and continue to use it. I used it in today's eye look as well. So that's the first one that is going. Then the next one that is going is a product from a brand that is only available in your country. It's Prompt 23. For that I picked the Australis Metallics eyeshadow in Gold Gaga, little sort of pot there of cream eyeshadow. I did hit goal on that first up, and I've managed to use it another 10 times. So I've doubled more than doubled, because I used it more than 10 times the first month. So I've used it as my inner corner highlight. You can probably see that a little bit there, it sort of showed up. So I'm, with the eye pencil, I'm going to leave that out on my vanity as well, so try and get a bit more use out of it, but not feel pressured to constantly use it. But now, being a cream product, and the fact that it's opened, I want to try and keep using that up. And it was a nice product. A couple of times I tapped it over my lipstick. I've used it on my cheekbones as well as a bit of a cream highlighter, and yeah, not very much on the lids, mainly as an inner corner highlight. So but I'm really glad that I've used that product, because I've had it for quite a while and never used it. So, and I've got it in a few, I think I've got maybe 2 more in different colours, so they will encourage me anyway to pull them out and use them now that I sort of know how the product works. Okay, so moving on. I'll tell you the weight change on that. It started at 13 grams and it has stayed at 13 grams if I hadn't already mentioned it, but on the new scales it weighed in at 12.17, so but it's kind of irrelevant now because I'm rolling it out. Then the last one that I am getting rid of, I've put it back inside the package. It's Prompt 42, a product you've repressed or depotted. So this was my Franken blush, and unfortunately it drives me crazy with this ring light, because it just doesn't matter what I do. Oh, you can see it there. I'm not going to bother inserting a photo. It did show up on the last one, but the goal on that one was basically just to hit pan, and I had already hit pan last month right in the very corner, but I wasn't happy with it. And I substantially hit pan in multiple spots on this one. I might actually be able to dig it out, and maybe that will show up on camera a little bit better. I'll see if I can. I don't know whether this is going to work or not. You just trying to see if you can. Anyway, I guess you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. But yeah, there is significant pan on that. Maybe I might actually take a photo after all and just insert that. I'll try to remember, so I'll see how I go. So with that one, I've used it basically every time I've done my makeup except for today. So I used that one 9, 12, 15, 17 times. The weight change has gone from 5 grams starting, 5 grams still last month, and it's now down to 4 grams. But the new scales was 4.63. So you can just see the difference there. When you're talking about products that weigh so little and you don't have an accurate scale, you're really not going to get much of a weight change in that one. But anyway, I'm going to do again the same as the other two, and I'm going to leave that out and still try to use that without the pressure of trying to use it every single time that it's out. So okay, so for rolling in, because I'm filming on my phone, I have already randomly generated 3 numbers, and I will run through what I got and what I chose to fill the category. So I'm just going to go through a numerical order down my spreadsheet. So I got prompt 41, a product, brand / shade name you have a hard time pronouncing. So I've tried to pronounce this one already in a previous video, and I ended up like basically Googling how to pronounce it. So it is the Chantecaille Stress Repair Concentrate. So it's basically an eye cream. I actually have 2 of these. I'm really going to have to do something about this. I finally worked it out with my camera, but yeah, the glare is just terrible. Anyway, can't see anything from this far away, but anyway, and another challenge for filming on YouTube. So Chantecaille, I will use all of this up, and if I'm really loving it, I might just roll in the other sample that I've got. There's only like 3 mils in a tube, so it shouldn't take me too long to use that. So that's the first one that I am rolling in. And then the next one, unfortunately for me, was prompt 59, a bold lipstick, lip gloss, and liquid lipstick. So I really did not need another lipstick in this project, but I'm just gonna stick with it. It's what I got. So I decided that because I've already got a red and I've got the bronze blood, which when I put it, I can use it on its own, or I can make more of an orange when I put it over the top of the MAC chili. I decided I would go with a pink because it gives me more options depending on what eyeshadow palette I use. So this is something my sister actually handed down to me, and it's not something I would have bought for myself, but I actually really like the colour on. So it is a Colourpop Ultra Matte, which is stupid of me probably, because the last thing my dry lips need is an ultra matte lipstick. but you know, for the most part, I can always put it on, you know, and if it's drying my lips out, I'll just have to take it off. So, and I am making sure that I put like a lip balm on before I apply my lipsticks. So this is the one that I got, and it is called Viper. So you can see it's, hopefully you can tell, it's a pretty strong pink. So I've weighed all of these too, which I forgot to tell you, but this is weighed in at 25.85 grams to start off with, and the other one's weighed in at 5.85, so you know, including the packaging, of course. So that's why obviously a 3 ml product is weighing almost double of the actual product inside of it. Now the last one that I am rolling in, I got prompt 88, and it's a mini or sample size product. So for that I chose the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Illuminating, I think it's let me just expand this, Cell Illuminating Base, and it's in yellow, but when you rub it on your skin, the yellow just disappears. So and that has started at 10.06 grams for weight. So so that's everything. 3 out, 3 in, and 3 staying in. So I will make sure that I link the playlist and Rebecca and Alexy's channels, who are the hosts of and creators of this challenge. And I think that's pretty much it. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.